Hello everyone, and welcome to the back garden yard. Today's video is an after vacation video. It's been 4 days since I've been out in the garden. We left and went to North Carolina, had a great time, and we're back, and the garden says we need you. So let's go out and see what happened to the back garden yard. So the first thing I notice is the tomato harvest is on. I have got just a ton of ripe tomatoes after 4 days of not picking, and I got to get in there and get those before they start to rot or the bugs get to them. So let's get in there and see what we've got. But before we pick those tomatoes, I just see a problem. I had I guess the storm did it yesterday. We had a storm yesterday, and I see that one of my banana pepper plants has fell over. So what I'm going to do for now is just put a stake in here to hold it up, and then I'll come back and tie it up tomorrow. But there we go. Support that one. It's got one little pepper that needs to come off the bottom. Go ahead and take the bottom leaf, and we'll pick the rest of these peppers that have appeared in the last 4 days. And the banana pepper harvest is on. Now back to the tomatoes. So I am seeing a little bit of blight in there. That's kind of normal after plants have been around this long. So I'm going to just take off the leaves that have the blight on them. And use these tomatoes. Here I have a stem that's grown out and needs to be raised up. But first we're pulling all these tomatoes. And this is what happens when you leave them too long. This one got nice and red. It attracted some critter. And there's some bugs running around in there. We get these off, we throw them in the compost, and we don't want to leave them on there too long. So that's why, if you're wondering why I will pick a tomato that is about this color, because I can put it inside in about 3 days, it's going to be this color and be totally delicious. So you don't need to leave them on and let them get vine ripened, or you're going to end up with vine eaten. So let me go back and get my bucket for the leaves and for the bad tomatoes. And of course, here's the cucumber row, and it's got some overripe cucumbers that we got to get off. So let's go back, and first we'll walk down this side, and whether we're going to keep them or compost them, we got to get them off, because these are still bearing. These are the first ones, and Got to get around the other side to get those. If you don't get these off, they will quit bearing. So anyway, I'm going to pick these cucumbers, and then I'll be back and show you the results of how many I got. So here is today's harvest, coming back from vacation, and it turns out that everything is fine. I do see a couple problems and a lot of work that I'm gonna have to do tomorrow to get this garden back in top shape. But this was the cucumber harvest, and once again it is just massive. And this is just the very front of the cucumbers, the oldest plants that I've been showing. And then the squash has gotten quite mature here, but that's still gonna make a nice squash casserole. I've got okra coming in now. It's gonna get better and better, and we'll be showing the okra. Then of course, these are the early girl tomatoes right here. And as you can see, they're a little smaller. They're a little smaller, but they're very delicious. That's why I like them. And there was only 2 plants I got that many off on the first picking. Of course, there's peppers back there. I didn't pull all the peppers. They'll still get bigger, but just for show. That's banana peppers, and those are the Better Boy tomatoes back here. And once again, they're doing well. And I do see a couple problems. I've planted the late garden now, and I noticed something like this. That means slugs have come in and they have eaten the leaves that are touching the ground. And the slugs are a problem here. And so this is a nice cucumber plant that I planted like 4 days ago for the second garden, and the slugs have come in and eaten that leaf. So we're going to take it off. Same thing with this one. We're going to take them off. Let the slugs find something else. I think I'll go ahead and take this one since it shows damage on the end. And so we're going to clean up these little plants. And I will show now these tomatoes right here, this tomato plant and that tomato plant were started from suckers back on June the 13th. And I showed how I rooted them and planted them. And they're looking very, very nice. They have adapted to the transplanted very nice. And they came from these plants right here, the regular Better Boys. So that's it. With that, I'm going to end this video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It shows you can leave your garden on vacation. It's going to be more than 4 or 5 days, though. You might see if you can get somebody to pick it for you, so when you get back, the plants, 1, won't have made food that goes to waste, and 2, they won't have quit bearing because they think they've done their job and made seeds. So with that, I'm going to leave you, and we'll see you on the next video.